Kweku and the digital drums. In the heart of Ghana, nestled in the verdant hills, lay the quaint village of Abitifi. Known for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant traditions, Abitifi was home to Kweku, a master drummer revered for his skill on the atumpan and banlogo drums. Kweku's beats were the heartbeat of the village, marking celebrations, ceremonies, and storytelling sessions under the ancient baobab tree. One sunny afternoon, as Kweku was perfecting a rhythm for the upcoming Yam Festival, a young man from the city arrived on a dusty motorbike, a letter clutched in his hand. "Kweku Mensa?" he called out. Kweku, curious and slightly apprehensive, wiped the sweat from his brow and approached. "Yes, I am Kweku Mensa. What news do you bring?" The young man handed Kweku the letter, a formal-looking envelope with an official seal. "It's from a lawyer in Accra. Please, read it." Kweku's hands trembled as he opened the letter. His eyes widened as he read the contents. His uncle Imma, who had moved to Accra years ago and whom he hadn't seen in decades, had passed away. Imma had been a successful music producer and in his will had left his state-of-the-art music studio to Kweku. Kweku's mind swirled with emotions. He had always been curious about the bustling city life his uncle often spoke about, but the thought of leaving his village and venturing into the unknown was daunting. After much deliberation and encouragement from the village elders, Kweku decided to honor his uncle's memory by accepting the inheritance. The village gathered to bid him farewell, with the elders offering blessings for his journey and new venture. In Abitifi, Kweku was not just a drummer, he was a cultural custodian. His mastery of traditional rhythms was legendary. Each drum beat told a story, each rhythm a history lesson. From the age of 5, Kweku had trained under his father, who had trained under his father before him. Drumming was more than music, it was a way of life. The village revered its drummers. Festivals, marriages, and even funerals were incomplete without the resonant beats of the atumpan and banlogo. Kweku's father often told him, "The drum speaks, Kweku. Through it, we communicate with the spirits of our ancestors." Kweku's mornings were filled with the sound of children laughing and playing as he taught them the basics of drumming. His afternoons were spent practicing and creating new rhythms, while evenings were for storytelling sessions where the elders shared the village's history, accompanied by Kweku's drumming. Imma Mensa, Kweku's uncle, had been a visionary. Unlike his brother, Kweku's father, Imma, had yearned for the bright lights of the city. In the early 1980s, he moved to Accra, determined to make a name for himself. He started as a humble assistant in a small recording studio, learning the ropes of music production. Imma's talent and passion for music quickly caught the eye of influential people in the industry. He had an uncanny ability to blend traditional Ghanaian sounds with contemporary music, creating unique and captivating pieces. By the mid-1990s, Imma had established his own studio, which became a hub for artists looking to innovate. Despite his success, Imma never forgot his roots. He often visited Abitifi, bringing stories of the city and gifts for the family. He had a special bond with young Kweku, encouraging him to continue drumming and promising that one day they would make music together. Imma's sudden death was a shock. He had always seemed larger than life, a man who had mastered the art of blending two worlds. In his will, he left everything to Kweku, believing that his nephew had the talent and spirit to carry forward his legacy. Upon arriving in Accra, Kweku was overwhelmed by the sheer size and noise of the city. The skyscrapers, the traffic, and the throngs of people who were a stark contrast to the serene life he had known. He made his way to the address given in the letter, his heart pounding with anticipation. The music studio was a modern marvel, with sleek glass walls and cutting-edge technology. As Kweku entered, he was greeted by a young woman named Anna, the studio's manager, who had worked with his uncle for years. "Akwaba, Kweku, welcome to your new studio," Amma said warmly, extending her hand. "Your uncle spoke highly of you and your drumming skills. We are excited to see how you will blend your traditional rhythms with modern music." Kweku looked around, bewildered by the array of equipment. Computers, mixing consoles, and digital instruments filled the room. He had never seen such devices before, and the thought of using them was intimidating. Seeing his hesitation, Amma smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, Kweku. I will teach you everything you need to know. Let's start with the basics." Over the next few weeks, Amma patiently introduced Kweku to the world of digital music production. At first, it was a struggle. Kweku's hands, so adept at producing beautiful sounds from traditional drums, fumbled with the unfamiliar controls of the digital equipment. He often mixed up buttons, leading to comical results. Beats that sounded like a cross between a drum circle and a video game. One memorable incident occurred when Kweku tried to record a traditional drum pattern using a digital drum pad. He accidentally hit the wrong button, and instead of a drum sound, the studio was filled with the noise of a braying donkey. Amma couldn't help but burst into laughter, and soon Kweku joined in, his deep, hearty laugh echoing through the studio. Despite the challenges, Kweku's determination never wavered. He spent hours experimenting, learning to combine the rich, organic sounds of his drums with the limitless possibilities of digital music. His breakthrough came one evening when he managed to blend a traditional Accra rhythm with a modern electronic beat. The result was mesmerizing, a fusion that honored his heritage while embracing the future. Word of Kweku's unique sound spread quickly, and soon local artists and musicians flocked to the studio, eager to collaborate. Kweku's sessions became legendary, filled with laughter, creativity, and the occasional mishap. One day, a renowned Highlife singer named Kojo approached Kweku with an idea. "Kweku, I've heard about your incredible fusion of traditional and modern sounds. I'd love to create a track that combines my Highlife style with your drumming. What do you think?" Kweku's eyes lit up. "I'd be honored, Kojo. Let's make something beautiful together." They began working on the track, with Kweku laying down intricate drum patterns while Kojo sang and played the guitar. Amma helped with the production, ensuring the digital elements complemented the live instruments. The studio buzzed with energy and excitement as they crafted the song layer by layer. As the final notes were recorded, everyone in the studio knew they had created something special. The track was a seamless blend of Highlife, traditional drumming, and modern electronic music, a testament to Kweku's vision and his uncle's legacy. The song's release was met with widespread acclaim. It topped the charts and became an anthem of cultural pride and innovation. Kweku's studio became a hub of creativity, attracting artists from all over Ghana and beyond. His journey from a small village to the heart of Accra was a source of inspiration for many. Despite his success, Kweku remained humble and deeply connected to his roots. He frequently returned to Abitifi, where he was welcomed as a hero. He shared his experiences with the village, teaching the young drummers about digital music and encouraging them to embrace both tradition and innovation. On one of his visits, Kweku organized a workshop in the village square. He brought along some digital equipment, eager to show the villagers how traditional rhythms could be enhanced with modern technology. The children were particularly fascinated, their eyes wide with wonder as Kweku demonstrated the digital drum pad. "Kweku, will you teach us how to use these machines?" a young boy named Kwame asked eagerly. Kweku smiled, seeing himself in the young boy's eager eyes. "Of course, Kwame. Music is about exploration and creativity. We can honor our traditions while also embracing new possibilities." The workshop was a resounding success. The villagers were amazed at how the traditional and digital elements could blend so seamlessly. The elders, initially skeptical, were impressed by the way Kweku respected their heritage while also bringing something new and exciting to the table. "Kweku, you have made us proud," the village chief said during a small ceremony held in Kweku's honor. "You have shown that our traditions can thrive in the modern world. May your journey continue to inspire others." Back in Accra, Kweku's studio was busier than ever. He collaborated with artists across genres, from Afrobeat to reggae, from gospel to hip-hop. Each project was an opportunity to explore new sounds and push creative boundaries. The pinnacle of Kweku's success came when he was invited to perform at the annual Ghana Music Awards. It was a prestigious event attended by the biggest names in the industry. Kweku decided to put together a performance that would encapsulate his journey from the village rhythms of Abetifi to the modern beats of Accra. The night of the awards, the auditorium was packed, the lights dimmed, and a hush fell over the audience. Kweku took the stage, surrounded by his traditional drums and digital equipment. He began with a solo on the atumban, the deep, resonant sounds filling the room, transporting the audience to the heart of Abetifi. Gradually, he introduced the digital elements, layering electronic beats over the traditional rhythms. As the performance built to a crescendo, Kojo joined him on stage, adding to his soulful Highlife vocals. The crowd erupted in applause, captivated by the seamless fusion of old and new. As the final notes echoed through the auditorium, Kweku stood with tears in his eyes. He had come a long way from the village boy who had never even seen a computer. His uncle's dream had become his reality, and in that moment, he felt a profound connection to his past and future. Kweku's journey had been filled with challenges and triumphs, laughter and learning. He had bridged the gap between tradition and innovation, creating a legacy that would inspire generations to come. In the bustling city of Accra, the name Kweku Mensah became synonymous with innovation and cultural pride. And in the quiet village of Abetifi, under the shade of the ancient baobab tree, the beat of his drums continued to resonate, a reminder that the heart of Ghana's music could thrive in both the village and the city. One sunny afternoon, as Kweku sat under the baobab tree, surrounded by the village children, he reflected on his journey. The path had been challenging, filled with moments of doubt and confusion. But it had also been rewarding, opening up new horizons and allowing him to honor his heritage in a modern context. Kweku, will you tell us another story about the city? One of the children asked eagerly. Kweku smiled, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Of course, my child. Let me tell you about the time I accidentally turned a drum beat into the sound of a donkey. As the children laughed and listened intently, Kweku's heart swelled with gratitude. He had found a way to bridge the gap between the old and the new, creating a legacy that honored his past while embracing the future. Kweku's story was one of resilience, creativity, and the power of music to transcend boundaries. It was a testament to the idea that while we must honor our roots, we should never be afraid to explore new horizons. The drums of Abetifi, with their tireless, timeless rhythms, had found a new home in the digital age, and through Kweku, they would continue to inspire and enchant for generations to come.